Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Metaphor Fantazio. Last time, we forced our way here into the Tyrant Star on the day before the day of the hero to face Luis. And we traveled around and found our way towards where Luis might be hiding. However, we took a little bit of time, well, emphasis on a little bit of time, more like 7 hours worth, of time to prepare ourselves while we were here in the Tyrant Star for anything that could possibly come our way. And today, we're going to be taking care of the extra things here to be found in the Tyrant Star that seem to be just as dangerous, maybe not as much as dangerous, but seem to be affecting and powering up Luis in some way, and we want to go ahead and take care of those sources of power. But beforehand, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about essentially what are going to be my final team builds for the rest of our journey. This is not going to be like the set party I run for the rest of the game, but in terms of their equipment setup, this is basically it. For Will, we have Dragon's Legacy. As a reminder, we do have access to the King's Sovereignty if you went ahead and got 100% Archetype Mastery on Will during this grind yesterday. However, it is not something that I am personally going to run. While it is easily the best weapon to run in the entire game for the Prince, I feel like it is just wrong to not bring in Dragon's Legacy for our journey here. This is our mother's sword. This is the weapon we have gotten for doing the Trial of the Dragon. It just feels right to use Dragon's Legacy. So technically, Will is going to be fighting with one hand tied behind his back for the rest of our story, but I'm okay with that. He also has the Cardinal Dragon Raiment to give Strength and Magic +5 and Nullify Fire, the Reverent Crown, which is the 80% Archetype Mastery reward for Will, which will increase our turn icons in battle by one half press turn icon, and the Utilitarian's Manual. You guys know it, you guys love it. For Stroll, Beloved Greatsword, as a reminder, we have the Dynastic Blade here, which is it does give an extra 100 attack power, really good, but we lose out on the increases the MP cost and strength and synthesis skills, and I would rather have that than just the straight up damage boost. Golden Armor for resist slash damage, Aurelian Split Shoes to repel electric, meaning that we do have at least one extra repel. I don't have one for wind, unfortunately. And Gambler's Manual, which will double critical hit damage. This is a pretty good accessory, and pairing that along with the Beloved Greatsword, if Stroll gets a crit, he is killing basically anything in his path. This is such a strong combination. Hulkenberg has Save the King, which nullifies electric and gives endurance +10, essentially meaning Hulkenberg has no weaknesses whatsoever, basically making her an unkillable goddess. Golden Armor will resist slash damage, and the Kaiser's Pickelhaube will give Strength, Magic, and Endurance +5. She also has the Utilitarian's Manual to allow for her Ultimate Guard to only be used with one press turn icon. Royal Thief for Heismay with Goemon's Hidden Blade, which will increase the success of stealing skills, which is decent, but this is definitely more for the agility +8. Flame Seal Corselet, which will nullify fire. Divine Light Gloves, which will prevent physical status ailments and give Strength and Magic +4, and the Venom War Charm, which will prevent other physical status ailments. Technically, this is definitely going a little overkill. We could probably do some extra resistances. We could do something like... We could do a Mirror of Asaya, which I did end up getting 7 of during my previous grind, so we'll do that. Mirror of Asaya, which will repel physical affinities. Now, this is kind of a double-edged sword, as certain enemies that might just use physical attacks, their AI might swap to doing almighty damage, but the idea is if they decide to do that, maybe we'll just dodge tank our way through it anyways. Next is Juna. She's on Royal Masked Dancer with the Heroine's Fan, which will give magic +5 and will significantly increase the strength of all of her magic. Essentially just her Rune's Flameflower, as that'll be the only magic attack she has with us. She's essentially going to be providing debuffs, aka Dakaja and Dakunda, to remove any debuffs on us and to remove all buff effects on the enemies, while providing Masquerade Charge, which is definitely what she wants to do here. I probably should use the Utilitarian's Manual in order to make this a bit easier on myself. I'd thought about using something else, but I just don't think so. The one press turn icon for Masquerade Charge is just too good to hold up. She also has the Cardinal Dragon Robe to give her a nullification to fire, and the Touring Sandals, which gives her agility +7 to hopefully allow her to move faster than everyone else to get that Masquerade Charge up and at them. Yufa's on Royal Summoner with the Mystic Crozier, which is basically a 500 attack power weapon with a built-in Utilitarian's Manual. Incredible. The Great Sage's Thob, which will increase all of her stats by 5% and increase her max MP by 30%. Yggdrasil Crown, which will prevent mental status ailments and give her magic +5, and Overlord Sash, which will increase the MP cost and strength of synthesis skills. Because her synthesis skills include Summon Tyrant, which will just do almighty damage to all enemies, and Summon Fury, which is also pretty decent and will decrease attack and defense for the enemies. This is pretty good. Essentially, she'll be spamming Summon Tyrant whenever she can, and whenever that's not applicable, we can do some extra stuff, because essentially, Royal Summoner is a Swiss Army knife of an archetype. Basilio, saving the best for last, is on Royal Berserker, with the Axe of the Old God, just straight up good damage, Cardinal Dragon Armor, which will nullify fire and give strength and endurance +5, Wolf Greaves, which will give him Tarakaja at the start of battle, and will also give him agility and endurance +3, and the Herald's Banner, which while he's in the front row, it will increase his attack power. This is a pretty good setup, and essentially he's just going to be there to spam attacks and just take hits. With 86 endurance, even if he's going to be hit by light or darkness, which I do have light dodge to hopefully ensure that that doesn't happen, but even if he does get hit by his weakness, it really won't do all that much, and he'll be able to just sit there and spam Wanton Destruction or Deadly Eraser. He's going to be doing just fine. Gallica, you're doing great. But essentially, this is going to be my final setup for every character as we go into our last round of enemy fights. So in terms of who's going to be in the party first, let's go ahead and put in Stroll, as killing humans is kind of his specialty. And for right now, we'll put in Juna, and why not? We'll put in Yufa as well. Alright, get very used to this walk, because we're going to be running it quite a bit as we return to Nurse to heal ourselves up. The first point of intrigue is going to be over here, right in front of these enemies right over here. Now, obviously, I'm much higher level than all of these guys now, because I spent a lot of time fighting those King and Queen Homotentas, but I would still suggest avoiding them if you can.
Ready?
I can feel that powerful presence just beyond. Is everyone ready? Let's go. Let us be off. On different segments of the Tyrant Star, you will see these little teleport pads that will send you to a Melancholia Crystal. You can probably expect what you can find here. The size of that thing, a Melancholia Crystal. It's bigger than anything we've ever seen. This ore feels so much more intense than anything else. Gallica speaks true. The scale of this magla is unlike anything we've ever encountered. We must be careful. Kind of reminds me of those servant statues back at the palace. And that means there must be guards. Why'd you have to say something, Stroll? Didn't take long.
Don't tell me.
Something about that flapping sound. No, I remember it. It can't be. We have no time for talk. It comes. I've never felt anything so horrendous. This is going to be a fight for our lives, so be careful. Well, well, well.
From the border fort? But it looks different somehow.
Diabolus Gorleo. Yep, we're going to be doing boss refights. We're going up against some of the main human enemies we encountered throughout our journey. Of course, we have to start with Homo Goleo, who is sporting a new color scheme. Looky there, buddy. Well, unfortunately for him, we have access to Masquerade Charge, which will just use up that free half press turn icon from Will's Reverent Crown, which is just incredible. Essentially, we just get 4 free actions. Look at that amazing Crozier. Oh, that looks so cool. Let's go ahead and utilize Summon Tyrant to take advantage of the damage bonus that we've gotten here. I also don't think we've shown the full animation for this, so let's go ahead and check it out. Summon Tyrant. Beelzebub, my fly god. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. I am still on hard mode, by the way. This guy is, yeah. Being able to just completely wipe out all of his stuff immediately is pretty good. Let's go ahead and use Royal Sword, and we're doing 11,000 damage without a critical hit. Stroll with Peerless Stone Cleaver. Let's see if we can just take this guy down.
It's up to you now.
It will take 2 icons, which is unfortunate, but I think we'll be doing just fine. Yep, 12,000 damage. Honestly, poor Homo Goleo. He's always had a pretty poor showing. Though for most of these boss fights, I am just going to be kind of slamming their faces into the ground, as, well, that's going to be the best way to deal with these guys. Magic and Endurance for Hulkenberg. Whew, looks like we managed somehow. Yeah, by blitzing them in one turn, loves. That was our third time fighting that human.
That reminds me.
Come to think of it, you said you encountered it at the border fort. That'd make it your first human foe. I still remember. I was useless against it then. Not much different from when in Halia, when my home burned. But things are different now. I'm different. I've got power enough to protect cities and the people.
Oh, definitely.
You'll take no more safe places from the people. Not on my watch. We'll take Luis down.
Yes.
Your words resonate with all of us, lad.
Here we go.
All that's left is to destroy the crystal. If you would, Will. Well, Stroll, I think you definitely got your vengeance with that 12,000 damage. Good on you, man. We can definitely feel your progression.
Just as I thought.
I don't sense as much Magla. It seems it is of the same mechanism as the 4 statues in the royal palace. You believe it alike to the king's servants? How do you mean?
I dare say.
An incredible flood of Magla is corrupting this dreadful expanse. It seems that the crystals are made to absorb it, then to deliver and decant it elsewhere.
What?
Does that mean these strange Melancholia crystals are feeding Luis incredible magic power? If so, if we bust up the crystals, that means less magic for Luis to play with, yeah?
Right.
Certainly possible. There should be more crystals around. Let's find them. With this information now given, if you're interested in what remains of the crystals glowing brightly.
Look.
Look, something fell, and I can feel incredible power from it. The Hero King's sword.
This
is a weapon. It seems like it came out of that crystal we destroyed. The way the Magla courses through it. This is no ordinary piece of equipment. It far exceeds even Dracodios in quality. And why is such a thing here? It being in those ruins would be one thing, but this place was created by Luis, wasn't it? Perhaps these were within the Royal Scepter the whole time, in some sort of sealed form.
That reminds me.
That fairy at the Trial of the Dragon said something similar, didn't she? About how the Royal Scepter was crafted using the Hero King's legendary weapons.
I dare say.
I wonder if that Melancholia crystal was so potent because this weapon resided within its core. But now that it's out of its crystal, we can use it for ourselves, right? I'm sure we could put weapons like that to use.
Right.
2 birds with 1 stone, chipping away at Luis's power while increasing our own. Let's press on and destroy those other crystals. So yeah, we're going to be getting bonus weapons for doing these boss refights. So if you weren't interested in doing the grind, you will get powerful weapons here. The Hero King Sword is 420 attack power, which is a little less than the Dragon's Legacy, but will significantly, significantly give a MP recovery well buffed. Pretty decent. It's essentially that shield blessing passive onto a weapon. If you didn't do the side quest for the Dragon's Legacy, or you aren't going to be doing the archetype increase for Will, the Hero King Sword is essentially going to be your final weapon, and it's not bad. So now that we have all this discussion about weakening Luis's power by dealing with these bosses out of the way, I want to go ahead and mention something. You can go and fight Luis right now without doing any of these boss fights. And in doing so, you will be fighting a much stronger version of him. If you are interested in that challenge, I suggest doing so. For me, for this playthrough, I will be going ahead and destroying all of the crystals. But when we go through it with New Game Plus, I will not be doing so, and I'll be going on Regicide mode. So I will be fighting the strongest version of Luis possible when we go through New Game Plus. But for right now, we're going to be taking care of these crystals. The next one on our list is going to be found on the southeast part of the map. So we need to head over there first. Avoid the Minotaurs if we can. Do not want to be attacked by the Guptoros. Right down over here, we take care of this guy. Boop, there we go. Oh hey, got another Hero's Leaf of Light. Nice. Right over here is a boss. Let's go ahead and take this pad over to him.
Ready?
Let's go. See ya, Kaiman-san, see ya!
I don't like this.
Whatever it is I'm sensing feels sharp as a sword. That crystal's gotta be the source. Let's go and take it down.
Look.
Here's the crystal. Let's break this one down too. Be careful. Some kind of aura is rising.
Incoming.
Something's coming. Watch out!
Look.
Everything's shaking. I know that rumbling sound. There could be no doubt. It is a familiar warning. Unpleasantly familiar, yes. I have no fond memories of our first trial with this beast. But we must rally to the fight.
Oh no. This is the one from the
Alright, Diablos Butera. Dealing with this damn sandworm for a third time. God damn it, can't seem to escape this bastard. Oh well, Masquerade Charge. As you can see, the arena also shifts significantly to be a bit more reminiscent of our initial encounters. The ground is more deserty. It's got like lots of weird like bubbling sand to it. Ugh, it's kind of weird. Anyways, with Yufa here, I feel like we should probably try to lower his defense. So Diablos Patera still has, he has unknown weaknesses. We could just try to use ice attacks and maybe get some extra damage. Kind of just want to lower his defense though. Use Dragon God Modified to attack him, which will lower the attack and defense. At this point in time, we should be able just to Royal Sword and boost our way out of this. 13,000 damage, and then Peerless Stone Cleaver with Will. Partner up, let's take this boy down! Yeah! None of these human bosses are really gonna stand much of a chance against us. That takes care of that. And good thing too. Not about to let that thing swallow me a second time. Ugh, the sandworms are always the worst. They've been nothing but trouble since the start of our journey.
Look at this.
Remember? It was still just the two of us making our way to Grand Trad. In the middle of the desert, we were attacked by them. Seems like a lifetime ago. I can't believe we've got this many friends on our side now. We're fighting Luis himself.
True.
Yes, it is an odd kind of family we've forged since we began our paths. Curious how our numbers grew. Though, of course, Nurus would have it that we grew too many. I bet that's where our real power comes from. It's a power Luis can't believe in, since he just wants a world where people have only themselves to rely on.
Because
That's what we've got to show him. We have to prove that connecting with each other can be strong enough to change the world we live in.
Yeah.
Let's teach that snarky bastard a lesson. There are things in this world worth believing in, even if he can't see it.
All right.
All that's left is to destroy the crystal. Will, the deed is yours.
yeah.
We're making good progress, even if only a little. The magic reaching Luis should be weakening. There's a crystal left. So there's still a crystal left, so let's track it down. And of course, for defeating this boss, we get a new item. And this is... Also, you can just completely ignore these items if you don't want them. Oh, looks like a few weapons came out of that crystal. We'll be having those, thank you. Brawler King's Fists, Hero King's Mace, and Hero King's Abacus.
Very nice.
These weapons belong to the Hero Kings themselves, right? Feels like fate that we were able to obtain them right before our final battle.
Yay, we've done it.
Alright, the area is secure. Let's keep moving. Our next boss fight is essentially just directly north of where we currently are. So let's just quickly move over. We can target this guy to scooch ourselves a bit further. Go. Move further up, and we will find ourselves another pad. This time around, I'm going to be bringing in Basilio and Hulkenberg to kind of mix things up a little bit.
Ready?
Over here.
Looks like these crystals we're looking for. No mistake in the stink of that murderous power.
Watch out.
I can sense it too. It's strong. Everyone be careful.
There's an enemy.
Something's coming. Something huge! Oh no. That roar. It is the very same I heard at the Grand Cathedral. You're not sane. This is the beastie Luis brought to the capital.
Incoming.
We'll kill it as many times as we have to. Attack! Here we go again.
It's the human we fought at the Grand Cathedral. It's even angrier now.
Yeah, it's also got blackface. Wonderful. Diablos of Avades. Let's go. Thankfully, we have Basilio here, so guess what that means? We Masquerade Charge, and we can go ahead and blast them with Royal Berserker. Now, Will here, actually, you know what? I'm curious. Maybe we can Royal Sword and maybe hit the heart in time? 11,000 damage on the heart without actually having it knocked down is pretty good. Anyways, we're gonna use Wanton Destruction to hit the shell. Almost 12,000 damage for breaking the shell. Hulkenberg, well, we don't really need you for damage. Don't really need you for tanking, so let's go ahead and utilize that Save the King. And let's do some good damage, shall we? Let's use, I guess, Peerless Shadow. Deals severe physical dark damage to all enemies and decreases their attack and defense at a hit and evasion for 3 turns.
You can do that.
I don't think we've actually seen this in animation either. 1400 damage. Obviously, it's not going to be anything super crazy, but if we pass our turn over to Will, maybe Royal Sword without a concentrate kills it? 5700 is not bad, though. Avadas is losing their balance, so of course we get a free turn. With Basilio, we should be able to just do Wanton Destruction and take this guy down, right? Well, now he's weak to Strike, which is fine. Pass turn to Hulkenberg. I guess we could technically Masquerade Charge with Basilio here. Just to really twist the knife just a little bit. And then we'll pass turn and let Basilio finish us off with Wanton Destruction. 10,000 damage. Still one of my favorite boss designs in the whole game. Unfortunately for him, he has a direct weak point, so yeah, it didn't really end well for him.
A halfway decent result. I didn't know I had it in me.
And that's that. It was definitely stronger than the last time we fought it, but not strong enough to get even a single hit in.
However,
It's an oddly nostalgic triumph. Back then, I thought only to protect the home of the prince, but that he might someday return. 'Twas my sole desperate intention. Though in fact, you'd been fighting alongside His Highness the whole time. Indeed. But reflecting about it now, it was never an unnecessary detour. That journey fostered this power. It is the strength to confront anxiety and blaze a path to a brighter future. It was your greatest gift to me.
that's why.
Thus, I will use this power in your name. Your future is no longer yours alone.
You're right.
That's right. We'll have Will get his royal bum on that throne just as soon as we've thrown Luis out on his.
Yes.
Just so, there are several favors I would ask of you, not just as a friend, but as a king.
Got it.
Well, let's destroy the crystal. Go ahead, Will. Three down. That ought to have weakened Luis's power to another small degree. Let's keep this up and destroy all the crystals. We seek the remaining ones. And of course, we've got new weapons. Let's see what we got.
Look.
We got the Mage King's Staff, War King's Claymore, and Hero King's Lance. Anything that might add to our strength is welcome. We'll use them gladly. Yes, we will. Thank you very much. All right, let's keep moving forward. Okay, so the next one of these bosses can be found right next to my dreaded grinding spot that I spent way too much time here. Right over here, you can see obviously the Homotentas, Trance Crystals. Right next to them is going to be our next boss fight. Let's go and take this teleport pad and see where it leads us. I always feel like these pads right here, the engravings on them, remind me of the burning circles from Final Fantasy XI. I don't know if that's just me. I'm an old head. I keep referencing that game when it comes to this one, but yeah, you know, I do. I do think that's the case. I'm also bringing Yufa into this fight here.
This is.
A Melancholia crystal here too. It's a staggering amount of magla.
Now then.
Bound to be another human nearby. So who's next on the curtain call?
Incoming.
It's gotten stronger. Beware, it comes forth. Oh no. The laughter. Oh, the horror. The beasts crawled from hell to meet us.
What?
What are you talking about? Why does it sound like a baby?
Watch out.
Make sure your legs don't give out when you see it. Be careful. By now, I bet it's starving. Oh, my sleep paralysis demon is back.
That demon baby from Krigante Castle? I thought we'd seen the last of it.
At least there's no one here to heal the demon baby? Let's just take care of this thing before I have to look at it any longer. Oh.
This is victory.
Let's just summon Tyrant. Let's just blind this kid.
The
I don't remember actually if we prioritized defeating the eyes last time. I don't think we did. I think we just mania bulleted our way to victory. So we might be able to see what it looks like whenever it's blinded. Not quite. Well, with Will, we could just Armageddon's final sire and just see it right there. I think it'd probably be best if we just did something else if we wanted to check that out. So let's use Radiance. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, there we go. Now we can see it's even creepier whenever it's been pierced through its eyes. Ugh. Ugh, I hate this thing. I mean, obviously amazing design, terrifying though. Wanton destruction. Juna, Masquerade Charge again. We won't be getting our Unscathed Triumph unless we get some amazing dodge tanking here, but I just wanted to go and showcase the eyes here. Deafening Din, okay, that's not too bad. And we dodged, okay. Oh, Yufa didn't get it. Yufa got hit. That's unfortunate. Yufa! Ooh, we could do Summon Fury and take advantage of the damage here. You know what? Sure, why not? Let's use Summon Fury. Let's bring out Shiva. This is obviously not gonna do too much, but 3,500 damage is not bad though. And then we'll clean this up with Royal Sword, with Juna as our partner. 1,300 damage. Game? Ah, there we go. Oh, get that thing out of my face. Thankfully, no one here to heal the demon baby.
Right then.
There, we beat it. Still, you all had to see that bloody creepy thing before.
Yes.
The Lady of Martyra was raising it as a replacement for the child she'd lost. Sounds familiar. That'd be the Sanctoress, eh? Yeah? The one you dragged to the exhibition. I learned then that when faith dies, tragedy is born. Those who have faith in nothing only have the past to hold on to. I think Luis is the same way. He seeks revenge on the world for the despair of seeing his home turn to ash. Maybe he believes this to be justice.
But
I know how he must feel, but I also know enough that he's going about it all wrong. Luis must be stopped. It's because of that day you awakened me and I gained this power. That I can now think this way.
Right.
Well said. Can't let this country get razed before the good prince even has a chance to rebuild.
All right.
Well, you gotta break the old to build the new. So let's give the crystal your best shot, Will.
all right.
That went well. Surely this ought to have reduced the magic power reaching Luis. Come, we break the other crystals. Let's find the rest. And of course, we obtain more weapons.
Now then.
Ooh, at least the demon baby's out of the way. We got the Gunner's King Bow, that's very fitting, since that was the archetype lineage I used. Thief King's Katana, and Faker King's Daggers. Honestly, this is all pretty apt. Alright, those are gonna be the damn fine weapons you found. Let's keep pushing forward, yeah? Let's keep pushing forward. Our next boss fight is just past these humans, and before we hit the next set of trance crystals. Let's use this guy to dash forward if I can. Come on, stop running away from me, you bastard! There we go. Alright, don't need to attack you, though. Move over here. Oh, hey, Juno got level 82. Nice. Move over here. I'm going to be swapping in Heisme for, swapping out Basilio for Heisme for this one. Melancholia crystals. I just want to crush them all. Well, don't worry, Basilio. We're definitely going to work on that.
All right.
The Melancholia crystal looms. Let us see it shattered.
Don't lose focus.
It'll mean another human looking to stop us. Keep your guards up.
They're upon us.
Here it comes. I sense a human's presence.
Who is that?
What's that sound? It's like a storm at sea. Only one human of the sea I can remember. Never thought I'd see it here.
Do it.
Fine by me. This time, I can crush it with my own hands! Well, by saying that, yeah, sure, why not? Welcome back, Diablo Sabara. Let's go ahead and use Formation of Vigor here. And then, I guess we can use Juna's turn to pass over to Basilio. Let's, I guess we can bring Basilio in. There we go. Basilio, you want to go ahead and use Rampage Slash or Battlecry Tackle, maybe? Let's use Battlecry Tackle. Okay, well I got rid of some of the tentacles. Didn't really get rid of all of them though. I think we should use Radiance to ensure maybe the tentacles go away. The resistance is not great.
Clean up this mess. To the rear guard.
Let's pass turn, and we will use Masquerade Charge again. This time with Basilio as the charger. All right, Will, Basilio, you guys will be fine in the front row, right? Nice, there we go. There's a physical repel going on right there. Basilio, let's use Wanton Destruction on Sabara. And with Will, we will use, we could do Fire. I think, honestly, let's be really funny and use Armageddon's Final Sire. I think that'll be hilarious. It'll just do straight 10,000 damage to everyone. And it's just a really cool looking animation. All right, all the tentacles are gone, which means he's weakened.
Neither timid nor
Now with Heisme,
use what I must.
there's no reason to re-up Frontier, Formation of Vigor. So we'll just go over here, Masquerade Charge once more, and then Wanton Destruction will come through, and we'll beat the crap out of him next turn. Slam on Heisme. I'm not even using Ninth Proclamation. All right. All right, for Fidelia, Wanton Destruction.
Check me out. Yeah, that feels nice.
Actually,
The monster just now. That was the human that once lived off the island's coast, was it not?
yes.
Yes. The very one we fought off on our way to your shores. Only managed thanks to the brothers' efforts.
Damn.
That was how Ardella got hurt. But even then, he didn't stop pushing himself. Too stubborn to be talked out of it.
But
Got hindsight now, though, don't I? Can tell he was always like that. He was the big brother, after all. Probably felt like he had to stay tough when I couldn't. Ella was the same way. She shouldered every burden all by herself. But I guess it's just how older brothers and sisters are. I guess this power is something Del gave me. He's still with me that way. We're still fighting together. It's the same with you, innit, Lady Juna? You and Rella.
Naturally.
Of course. I'm carrying her and her wishes with me. That's why I can't lose now. I can't afford to let her see me at my lowest again.
All right.
All right, let us crack the crystal then. The strike is yours, Will. Steady does it. That should mean less power for Luis. We're doing great. Let's just find the ones that remain. And of course, we get more weapons! I feel like I've said that many times now. Alright. We obtained the Hero King's banner and the Hero King's fan. All fancy ones. But we can put these beauties to good use. I'm sure we can. We've got one more boss to deal with. And this one I'm definitely gonna bring Yufa in for. Alright, here we are.
Ready?
One more to go. Let's be off. The crystal's dangerous. Watch yourself. We'll be fine, probably. Probably.
now then.
Looks like we've got a crystal here too. Let us shatter it and cut off the Magla.
But
Careful though. There's just a human just waiting to... you gotta say something, didn't you, Basilio?
Keep your wits about.
Speak of the devil. Brace yourselves, it is upon us. That shadowy hand. I'm sure of it. It's the same human that attacked my village. The parasite stuck to your dragon god then. It's already overstayed its welcome. But we've beaten it once before already, haven't we? Let's get this over with.
The human from
And there's Diablos Margot.
Witness our secret technique.
Alright, Formation of Vigor! And then, Masquerade Charge! Which technically only helps Will here, but that's okay.
Quite a boon.
With Yufa, we're gonna use Summon... hang on, get to the back row first. Summon Tyrant with Will as your partner. This should do some decent damage. Especially since the skills have been boosted. 3,700 is not bad. And then we do Royal Sword with Juna as our partner. 15,000 damage. Yeesh! Pass turn over to Juna, that way we can get Masquerade Charge set up again.
I'm grateful.
My thanks.
And I'm assuming Margot here is going to spend most of its time, yeah, setting up Reversal Prayer, and then probably removing our buffs, if I had to guess. Yep, Dakaja, which is fine. You fucking use Summon Tyrant again. 2900 damage is not bad, and then we finish this off with another Royal Sword. 1200 damage. Well, 12,000 damage, not 1200. Way more than 1200. All right.
I've done it!
Yes, I've become stronger.
And that's it. The deed is done.
Very well.
I cannot help but remember the day I took Dracodios in hand and truly protected my village for the first time. You chose to live and fight for your village instead of clinging to the ease of martyrdom. Indeed, you showed yourself to be an admirable priestess.
I won't stop.
Now that I've been on this journey with you all, I know I made the right choice. I'm so glad I had the chance to see the world beyond me. To ever reject others and close your eyes, it is protection of a kind. You never see what you do not wish to, but you also never see the beauty of the unknown.
Yes.
Perhaps it is what the archetype's power is to me. The power to open my eyes and confront the unknown world. So, even if it's flawed, or full of all kinds of problems, really, I don't want Louise to destroy the world I've come to know. You've just got the right idea. No world deserves to be destroyed.
Then,
Now, let's knock out that crystal. Go for it, Will.
nice!
That's the last of the crystals. The magma in the air is much less dense than when we arrived. Streams of magic should be weak enough for us to confront Louise. We must go and exact justice.
Hurry.
Time has finally come. Let's go. Louise is waiting for us. Not before we get our last set of weapons.
Let's do our best.
With this, we obtain the King's Crozier and Annihilator King's Axe.
Simply amazing.
Oh my, what powerful weapons. I'm certain they'll be useful. Absolutely. Now, let's keep moving. It's at this point in time that I would suggest you use an Ariden's thread and head straight back to Norris and heal yourselves up.
All right.
Because there's really nothing much else for you to do here on the Tyrant Star, other than, I guess, farm more resources if you really want to. I don't need to do that. So I'm gonna heal up, and then I'll see you at the end of the dungeon. And with this, we have reached the final area, and we've completed everything there is to do here in the Tyrant Star. Next time on Metaphor Refantazio, we confront Louise and begin our final battle. So, that said, I'll see you soon.